This is Merwin's blog show. He thinks it's really special. He really, really likes it. And hopefully you will too. The Merwin Blog Show, brought to you by Merwin Brown himself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I right now I'm coming to y'all from my closet, and I kind of smell something that's kind of like a mixture between corn chips and a newborn baby's farts. But I think that's just my dirty laundry, and that's not really important right now. That's not why I come to y'all. I'm in the closet right now because this is the only place that I feel safe, because they found me. They found me. My student loans. I've been running for quite some time now, but they found me, and they want their money. I went to work today, and you know how it is when those days when you go to work but you don't really want to be at work, but you go to work anyway because you know you got to keep the lights on and a roof over your head, food in your stomach, all that good stuff. So you know, and for those of you that don't know, I work in retail, and in the midst of ringing somebody up, one of my customers, the phone rings, and so I answered, and they say, you know, Merwin, you have a call on line 3. So, you know, I'm like, okay, thank you for letting me know. So I switch over to line 3, and I'm like, yes, this is Merwin. How may I help you? And, you know, I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's my mom, you know, telling me to bring her home something from the store when I get off, or maybe it's my siblings or a friend or something telling me about, you know, something that's going on this evening or something. But no. They say, yes, this is Merwin Brown. And right then I pause, because you know when somebody on the other end answers the phone and asks for you by your full government name, your surname and your last name, you know it's trouble. You know back in the day, if your mama called you by your full name, that you was fixing to get beat down. Well, I knew that somebody somewhere was out to get me. So I'm like, you know, I'm hesitant, but I'm like, yes, this is he. And they were like, we're with blah, 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 blah. We're calling about your student loan account, which is currently past due. And we understand that you're at work right now, but we need to verify some things about your plan to try to get your payments current. And then she just rattling off at the mouth. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you said yourself that you know that I'm at work. So if you know that I'm at work, why are you calling me, and why are you rattling this off while I'm trying to handle another customer? So, you know, I put the brakes on her right there. Pause. I told her, ma'am, please hold. I got to take care of my customer, which I did. And then after I did that, I went to a quiet corner where I could talk to her, you know, better. You know, so I picked up the phone, and she was like, first of all, Mr. Brown, let me let you know that this call is may be recorded or monitored for quality assurance. And I'm like, yeah, get to the heart of the situation. What you want from me? Which I already knew what she want. She want that money. And I've been trying to give everything that I could, like, you know, anything that I could. You know, I get my paycheck, I set aside at least a little bit, you know, to go towards my student loans. But no, they talking about they want it in full, because they've held it off as long as they could, and they want their full monthly payments, which is like $311 a month, I believe. I'm like, my rent is $400 a month, okay? My cell phone bill is $90 a month. And I have other expenses and things. I have to eat. I have to live. I have to get back and forth to work. All these things cost money. So, I mean, if everybody's coming for me for money, you're just going to have to take a number and get in line. That's what I wanted to tell them. But, you know, of course I couldn't. I humbled myself, and I was like, well, you know, what do you want me to do? You know, I told her the sob story about, you know, I'm a single black man in America, out here on my own, trying to make a living for myself so I can defeat the stereotype of negative black images in my community. And I don't know how much more I can take. So she was like, hold one moment, please. And I was like, I got her. I got her with that. So she got back on the phone and she was like, well, Mr. Brown, what we can do is we can put you up for forbearance. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, that is the magic word that I've been looking for because I can't pay this. I can't pay it. So as soon as she said forbearance, and before I could even say thank you, Lord, I hear this other voice on the phone saying, no, ma'am, he can't have forbearance for a whole year. And I'm like, stop, pump the brakes. Who are you? It turns out that her manager was listening in to the conversation the whole time. I guess because she done seen all the tricks of the trade. I don't know. Maybe the girl that called me was a newbie, or maybe she know that the girl that called me try to hook people up or something like that. But for whatever reason, she was monitoring the conversation for quality assurance, and she was trying to assure that she got that money from me by hook or by crook. She was gonna get that money. So, you know, it turned out that they were able to give me a temporary forbearance, but only for like a couple of months. So I have a couple of months of financial freedom, and then I have to struggle to find a way to pay these people. And they are relentless. I almost feel like it would be better if I had borrowed money from the mafia or from some loan shark to go to college than to come to these student loan people, because they've emailed me, they've called me. If they could, they'd probably text me. And now they're calling my job. They found me at my job, and I feel like the next step, by the way the manager was talking, and it sounded like she was eating Twinkies. She sounded like she was a little on the chunky side, because she was like, no, you can't have a whole year of forbearance. I was like, really? But anyway, I feel like the next step is that they're going to send some agents to my job. They're going to kidnap me from my place of employment, put me into an unmarked vehicle, drive me to the nearest ravine, take me to the top of the bridge, and throw me over the edge with a cinder block tied around my ankles. That's the way I feel about these student loans. Is anybody else out there feeling the way I'm feeling, that we go to these institutions and we spend 4+ years going to these institutions and getting loans and accruing all this debt? I'm like $40,000+ in debt right now, all thanks to, you know, the great institution of education. So you mean to tell me that I went to school for 4 years just so I could try to find a decent job to work at that pays a good enough salary, just so I could pay back my student loans for the rest of my life? The rest of my life? So here I am, YouTube. I'm stuck in this closet. I'm up in this closet. I can't pay my loans. They won't leave me alone. Can someone give me a loan? No, really. Can somebody give me a loan? Like, can somebody pay me something? Because, I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is not what I planned my life to be at something years old. I'm not going to tell you my age, okay? But, I just needed somebody to talk to, because student loans are ridiculous, and I don't know whether I'm going or coming, but I know I gotta find a solution to it soon. So, you know, until I find a solution, I'm gonna have to hide out somewhere. I'm gonna have to use a different address. I'm gonna have to change my phone number. I'm gonna have to do something, because these people are hounding me like bloodhounds looking for a missing child. So until next time, just keep watching, okay? Follow me on Twitter. Email me. Be my friend on Facebook. Give me some kind of comfort because I can't stay in this closet forever. But I'm going to stay in here long enough to keep them student loans off my back.
That was Merwin's blog show. He really, really liked it. He thought it was really special. And hopefully you did too. Yeah!